Ramaphosa's first cabinet, the good, the bad, the ugly. President Cyril Ramaphosa's first cabinet has a strong reformist flavor about it. But everything isn't totally hunky-dory. President Cyril Ramaphosa made sweeping changes to his cabinet on Tuesday. He made changes to 24 of the 38 cabinet portfolios. There is a strong reform impetus in his cabinet. Nhlanhla Nene is back, as is Pravin Gordhan. Both were axed for standing up to state capture, and their reappointments make a significant statement. But it is also a cabinet of compromise. 3 ministers who have been tainted by allegations of state capture and corruption have been retained and 3 have been fired. Here is HuffPost SA's first take on the good, the bad, and the ugly of Ramaphosa's first cabinet. The good. There is a clear anti-corruption and reformist agenda at play. 3 appointments reveal this. Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan. This is the most important appointment Ramaphosa made. The state-owned companies have bled the treasury dry and bailouts are the order of the day. This is because these companies have been the target for capture by crony networks. Gordhan has been put in charge of a huge reform of state-owned companies. It is the biggest confidence-boosting appointment. As a former finance minister, Gordhan knows the state-owned companies' books off by heart. And as an ANC MP on the parliamentary inquiry into state capture, he showed himself to be an interrogator. Now he will have the authority to make the deep clean-up necessary and to ensure that the prosecutions that have started from the corruption at Eskom, Transnet, and Enel are completed. Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene, still to be sworn in. Nene is a good technocrat and a man who withstood an assault on the treasury before he was fired by former President Jacob Zuma in December 2015. Tourism Minister Derek Hanekom. Tourism is South Africa's sunrise sector with the greatest potential to drive growth in tourism. He did well before he was fired by Zuma. Minister in the presidency. It is a masterstroke to have drafted Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma to the presidency. She is a good technocrat in a portfolio that is administrative, and it is vital for Ramaphosa to have made a high-profile appointment from KwaZulu-Natal into his cabinet. Mineral Resources Minister Gwede Mantashe. The ANC's gruff but popular national chairperson makes his debut in the cabinet. He knows mining and is passionate about the sector. Minister of Police Bheki Cele. This strongman is passionate about policing and crime fighting. He still has to give the nation answers on business contracts awarded when he was Commissioner of Police, but he will surely make a dent in South Africa's runaway crime levels. The axing of former Public Enterprises Minister Lynn Brown, former Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Minister Dave Van Rooyen, and former Mineral Resources Minister Mos Benzies Wayne sends a strong anti-corruption message. The bad. Home Affairs Minister Malozi Gigaba. Gigaba is an energetic and loyal minister, and it's understandable that Ramaphosa wanted to keep him. But to have returned him to Home Affairs at this point is an own goal. Gigaba is accused of having eased the path to permits and passports for the Gupta family and their cronies when he previously served as Minister of Home Affairs. And just last week, the High Court found that Gigaba had abused his power in a dispute over a private airport while he served in that portfolio. Minister of Women in the Presidency Vathibile Dlamini. What did women do to deserve this? The ugly. Deputy President David Mabuza. Mabuza is an architect of state capture, and Mpumalanga, which he ran as Premier until Monday this week, is a byword for corruption. But the role is largely titular, so perhaps he will not be able to replicate the governance patterns he was infamous for as Mpumalanga Premier. Communications Minister Nomvula Mokonyan. This is a vital portfolio because if key policy changes are not made, then South Africa will not bolt into a future economy. Mokonyan left a checkered and questionable legacy at the Ministry of Water Affairs and Sanitation she has just left.